The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Jesse Holley, Kurt Daniels, and Nate Newton.
What's going on across the seas? It ain't nothing. What's going on? It's your boy Jay Holley. I am joined by three-time Super Bowl champion Nate Newton. Chris is in the background keeping us up and live and functioning. We are without our boy Kurt today. He is chilling. Let's just say that. Kurt is chilling. He is absolutely chilling. That's a live look at the media room where the Cowboys one day soon will be standing up there telling us why it is so sad that they released Zeke Elliott in that room. And moving forward, maybe even in that same room, they'll stand up there and they'll tell us why they're selling Tony Pollard to franchise tag.
Don't do that.
Or anything like that. But that's a lot of looking at because our other camera is down. But that's Nate Newton. I am Jesse Holley. Together, we make Hanging with the Boys, the sports talk equivalent of Braille. People feel us when we speak. Nate's trying to show us a picture right there on his screen.
Yeah. Is that too close? See that picture? If y'all can see
back out
it?
a little bit. There you go. Uh-oh.
Oh, it went away. Yeah. That's where my man Kurt Daniels is hanging out.
That's Arlington, Texas.
That does not look like Lake Louisville.
That is great. That is the lake at Grapevine.
Yeah.
Kurt's at the lake at Grapevine.
Yeah.
With his feet up on this wonderful, wonderful day. All right. For the Cowboys, for the National Football League in general, Nate, franchise tag designation day has opened up. Last year, the Cowboys franchise tagged Dalton Schultz, the tight end.
Right.
And he's probably not going to get that deal again this year. But when the Cowboys are looking around the situation, they're saying, all right, we got this franchise tag, and, we're looking around. And let me just kind of give you some franchise tag numbers.
Yes, sir.
So this is the franchise tag for the positions in the National Football League. Right now, what's your first franchise tag, and Chris, tell me if I'm wrong, but it's the average salary of the top three salaries at your position?
5.
5?
Yeah, it's 5. I
5.
believe.
Okay, so the average salary of the top 5 positions, it's 5 people at your position. So right now, the franchise tag for quarterbacks is $32.4 million. For running backs, $10.1 million. For receivers, $19.7 million. Tight ends, $11.3 million. O-line, $18.2 million. Defensive ends, $19.7 million. Defensive tackles, $18.9 million. Linebackers, $2.1 million. Cornerbacks, $18.1 million. I'm sorry, linebackers, $20.1 million. Cornerbacks, $18.1 million. Safeties, $14.5 million. And place kickers and punters are at $5.3 million for the franchise tag.
Wow, if we just could have made that last thing for the kickers per average, we'd have been beasts, wouldn't it? Wow. Okay.
That would have been a nice little chunk of change.
Yeah.
But, again, last year the Cowboys franchised Dalton Schultz, and now they're back at the table again, and you look at what the Cowboys have to do. There are maybe a player or two that we're looking at and saying, is this player worth a franchise tag? And the first player that comes to mind, because you're saying, Zeke, we got to do something with your contract. We're probably going to release you, probably going to let you go. Most people are saying that.
That big, beautiful room Jesse showed you earlier?
Yeah,
we'll be making that announcement.
And that's going to be let me say this, that's going to be a difficult situation. I mean, I was around for when they had to say goodbye to DeMarcus Ware.
Right.
Difficult situation, right? Hall of Famer, congratulations to DeMarcus Ware. Franchise player, all-time sack leader here. They had to say goodbye.
Yes, sir.
Des Bryant had to say goodbye.
Only one dude could talk to him. You weren't going to say goodbye with a party with Dad.
Right.
It was one dude.
But had to say goodbye.
That's right.
That was an emotional moment.
That's right.
Tony Romo.
Yes.
Had to say goodbye. Had to say their farewells in an emotional moment. And there are players throughout this franchise who have had that emotional moment. But in recent history, it's been DeMarcus, Dez,
yes.
and Tony Romo. And now it looks like it's probably going to be the same for maybe Tyron.
That's a reach, ain't it?
Maybe Zeke.
Yeah, you close.
Those two players
Yes.
are probably the next two emotional.
Yeah.
We gotta let you
Drafting
go because,
them.
Yeah, we drafted
Watch
them.
the growth.
You've been here from day
Right.
one, multiple Pro Bowls.
Wow.
Best at your position. At,
Yeah.
you control the league at your position for a moment in time, but now we gotta say goodbye.
Right.
And if you're saying that to Zeke, that means, all right, what does that running back room now look like? Mm-hmm. You say, well, there's Malik Davis. That's a young kid that was there last year. Then there's the other, what was Goggles? Specs?
Yeah.
I forgot his name.
Yeah,
but him.
think. Yeah.
And then you say, well, Tony Pollard, the one that a lot of people, Nathaniel, prior to him getting injured versus San Francisco, had been calling for Tony Pollard to get the bulk of the carries, most of the carries. He breaks his leg in that game, high ankle sprain in that game as well against the Niners. It'll be another 4 or 5 month recovery. They said he should be ready by training camp. But the two things are now, do you give Tony Pollard a deal and say, hey, here's what we're going to do. We really like what you were. Or do you say, hey, we're going to give you the $10.1 million and we're going to franchise tag you?
You asking me a question.
I'm asking
Man, I was liking how you was flowing. So
Are we going to give you the $10.1 million?
Let me say this right here, man. I have called and text a lot of people because, we watch many games, Jess. We watch a lot of film.
All of
Cowboys around the league. We watch everything, and I've sat here and battled you and Kurt, and sometimes Shannon Gross about Zeke when he was in his prime. Oh, man, we overpaid. And I'm saying in my mind, okay, we finna go back down the same road. At least Zeke wasn't hurt. Not like that, not in his first few years. Was not hurt. Right? But I don't want to hear about Tony wasn't hurt before this. I'm talking about the state of the present day. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, now, hold on now. Do we go down this same road? Because if we give him a $10 million tag, is it a guarantee that he going to sign over a long period of time less than that $10 million? Or is he going to want more than that $10 million? I've seen multiple teams with young Tony Pollards that just shows up and explodes all over the place. But they seem to not get that deal and they move on and they find other backs. And I'm talking about teams that consistently win 10, 11, 12 games.
Right.
I ain't talking about up and down theory. I'm talking about just guys that consistently find this right here. If you look into the Super Bowl, the guy who led the league in rushing for his team, the Philadelphia Eagles, wasn't the guy who was showing out in the Super Bowl. Same with the Kansas City Chiefs. The guy who led the league for his team in rushing and all around, he didn't play with the Super Bowl champions. So I'm not saying Tony Pollard, one of the most explosive players the Dallas Cowboys had, but what does that $10 million tag say? Does it say we're going to give you this tag so we can work out something less over a long period of time? Or is this tag saying this is the bottom, this is the floor, this is where we start at $10 million?
Let me ask you this. For the sake of continuity,
right?
For the sake of being able to have some sort of relatability with Mike McCarthy now coming in. Kellen Moore is gone. He's with the LA Chargers now, right? So now, do you want to keep players in this offense because there's going to be some change, right? There's going to be some sort of change that Mike McCarthy goes in and if I'm not mistaken, Dak came out a couple days ago, a week or so ago, and said that he spoke to Mike McCarthy, and Mike said that there's going to be about 33% change. There's going to be a lot that we keep. There's going to be a lot that we change. So when you go through these changes, are you willing to say, we'll bring in whoever, or for a guy like Schottenheimer, who will be, Schottenheimer, Brian Schottenheimer, who will be orchestrating and kind of game planning it all, while Mike will be calling it. Do you want to keep some continuity in that backfield, or do you want to say, you know what? We're not committing this $10.1 million to you. We'll go somewhere else and maybe do a plethora of backs. We'll say, all right, Malik Davis, you'll be here, and then we'll go get some other backs. And for reference, let me just name to you some of the running backs that the NFL has that are unrestricted free agents. Oh, I can't say that. So I can't say that, right? I won't say that.
Not until free agency starts.
Not until free agency starts.
Thanks for that. I'm sorry.
No, you're
thank
fine.
you.
You're fine.
Chris,
You're fine.
thank you, man.
You're fine.
I just don't want Derek to call me.
Yeah, I can't say that until free agency starts. But let's just say
that's why they call it the tampering period.
I got
so
you.
when that starts, you can start tampering.
I got you. Let's just say there are a ton.
We're going to tamper. No,
there are a ton of running backs that we all know, like that are household names that we've heard and seen and have been productive this NFL season and NFL seasons prior to. So how does Mike McCarthy handle that? Do you go get two other guys and say, you know what, I'm gonna get two more of these running backs that I cannot name, that if you just type in running back free agents on your Googles, it'll all come up.
Right.
And you go and you say, I'm gonna plug two of these dudes in here, instead of paying one dude 10. I'm gonna get a bruiser. I'm gonna get a speedster. I'm gonna get a shifty. I can get a multitude of backs in here. Maybe 3 backs in here. Maybe I get 3 backs for $3 million a piece, and we all shuffle around to see how that all works out. Or do you say, I want some continuity. I want to be able to implement my offense with the guy who knows what I'm doing.
If you tag Tony, there's no room for Zeke. There's, I listen to a lot of our shows, and I hear all about respect and showing the guy love. And if you keep Tony now, that's $10 million. Mm-hmm. Okay, where does Zeke fit in? Nowhere.
No, I don't think Zeke's going to be here.
Yeah, okay, but it's people still believe that Zeke going to be here, that they're going to work something out. For those people, there's no. But if Tony takes less, then maybe a slight, small chance.
Is there an offer? Because one of the things, when they released DeMarcus Ware, they didn't offer DeMarcus Ware an opportunity to take a pay cut.
That's right.
They didn't offer Dez Bryant an opportunity to take a pay cut.
They just said, let him go.
And a part of the reasoning was we didn't want to insult. We didn't want to insult you. And offering you the number that we really could pay you, so we didn't offer you anything at all.
Okay, I'm with all that. You explain that I'm with that.
So
but my thing
because Zeke can't come back at that number. At the number he's at right now, he cannot come back to this.
Right, we all agree to that. But what I'm saying is, and I broke it straight down to what you said. You say 3 running backs at $3 million. I'm with you on that. And if they sign Tony for 10, tag him, that ends Zeke. We agree with that, right?
No, I'm saying 3 running backs. I'm saying 3 running backs
at $3 million apiece. That's $9 million.
And Tony's going too.
That's what I'm saying. Tony's going too. Yeah, I'm with you.
Right.
So I took that money and chopped it up.
Right.
And now we bring it together. If it's $10 million for Tony, Zeke is gone. Malik is your backup running back. Mm-hmm. And now this is how we ride. You talking about having some continuity. Okay, that's your continuity. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they work it, but I still come back to this. Is that the floor for Tony? If you tag him, is that the bottom? 10.2 or 10.1. Okay, now we go up from there, or are we doing this to say, okay, Tony, we're going to give you this 10, but we want a 4-year deal at $6 million a year. Is that workable? We don't know how Tony people feel. We don't know how Tony feel, but that's how I'm looking at it.
Right.
If you tag him, that's how we look at that. So, I mean, that's just my take on it, Jess.
All right. Well, we'll continue to – this will be a topic of discussion.
Yes.
All season long. Tony Pollard coming off the broken leg and the high ankle sprain.
What's your feel that they will tag him? I wouldn't tag him. Just me personally.
I personally would not tag him.
Yeah.
but I won't be mad if they do.
Yeah. You okay?
Because I don't believe that his injury is one of those injuries that kind of derails a career.
Right.
I think in modern medicine that we found a way to kind of, hey, put a plate in there. Let's rock and roll. That doesn't limit his. It's not a knee or a foot. It doesn't limit his explosiveness and his ability to kind of be shifty. So cool. I don't know. All right, we're gonna go to our first break of the show. When we come back, your boy Trayvon Diggs, he's been putting on a lot of, as the young people say, cap.
Right.
For Dak Prescott. I want to get your opinion on this. Is he being a good teammate? Is he being realistic? Or is he just being major? I'm talking about big cap for his quarterback.
Right.
All right, this is Hangin' with the Boys. Stay right here with us. We'll be right back.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Blockchain.com is one of the most trusted ways to buy, sell, and trade crypto. Whether you're always on the go or stay closer to home, Blockchain.com is just a few taps away. Put the power of crypto in your pocket, so no matter where you are, you can trade on your terms and build a crypto portfolio to fit your life. For crypto pros, rookies, and anyone in between, Blockchain.com makes it easy to own a piece of the future. Blockchain.com, trusted by millions, trusted by America's team.
SeatGeek has your back no matter what kind of fan you are. So whether you're a diehard fan or a don't really care fan, a we got 'em next time fan or we'll never win again fan, a here for the tailgate fan or a first one through the gates fan, SeatGeek not only makes buying and selling tickets easier than ever before, they made just about everything else easier too. So whether you're a here every week fan or haven't been here in years fan, SeatGeek has you covered. Download the SeatGeek app today. SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with pre-game sideline access and photo ops with current players, cheerleaders, and Cowboy legends. You want to stay at a team hotel, attend the best tailgate party in Texas, tour the Star, and talk X's and O's with me, Everson Walls? With Star Sports Tours, you can. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
Hey Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
Back to Hangin' with the Boys.
Welcome back to Hangin' with the Boys. We bring this to you, the off-season edition. Nate Nuke and Jesse Holly. Kurt Daniels is on, I think he's in like Lake Louisville. That Lake Louisville, Grapevine Lake. That pretty picture that Nate showed in the...
He probably went down south somewhere.
Maybe.
Yeah, because that water there ain't up here.
That ain't that Galveston water? That ain't that Galveston water?
That water here ain't up here, boy. That sunset behind them mountains. Yeah.
Oh, boy. All right, man. That first segment was brought to you by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
Wings.
This segment is brought to you by Blockchain, blockchain.com. Also, your 2023 youth camps. Register now. Registration is now open for your 2023 Dallas Cowboys youth football and cheer camps presented by Invisalign. Use promo code SPRINGBREAK23 for $25 off camps on March 14th or March 15th. Take advantage of the early bird pricing when you sign up for summer camp by May 12th. Visit DallasCowboys.com/camp. And the camps are run by our guy who's become, I thought I was the reality TV guy. But Danny McCray has become, how many shows he's been on now? 3?
He's about to hit his 3rd, so he's going back on the challenge.
This dude gonna get an Emmy or a Grammy or something for all these.
He's trying to get his cash, and he's already won some. So he won the last one. So
I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him. He's on all the shows.
He's forever in shape.
You gotta stay on shape. Go against those kids.
How did that short-term disability that he takes? I mean, when you're gonna do these shows, you got to be going at least 2-3 months.
I don't know, man. Cowboys love it though, cause it's the star.
It's about the star, baby.
It's always about the star.
It's all about the star.
They love it,
He does work
man.
in the brand department.
Always.
Yeah,
it's all about the brand.
And then Jerry, let's stop playing. Letting the NFL kind of, blackball us and let's get season 2 of Hanging with the Boys. The NFL won't let us because they want all the rights to it. That's a whole other story. We won't.
Hanging with the Boys, you mean
I'm sorry, Fourth and Long with Michael Irvin. Yeah.
We're already in our second season.
Yeah, we are. What's this season, like 5, 6?
Something longer than that, brother.
Probably. I mean, it's 5 for me. I think it's 5 for me.
It don't go. Let's rock.
Yeah.
Let's rock and roll, baby. Let's rock.
So, of course, we're in the off season, and the one thing I do love, I love and hate about this young group of Cowboys, especially the superstars. And I'm talking about Trayvon Diggs, and I'm talking about Micah Parsons. One thing those two jokers are active on the field, absolutely. These jokers active on social media.
Yeah. You keep up with them too, don't you?
They active. But that's all I have. That's all I have.
Right.
I mean, I go to work every day, but like when you get to a certain status, when you get to a Trayvon Diggs and you consider one of the top 5, 7 cornerbacks in the league, when you get to Micah Parsons, when you're arguably one of the best players in the league, probably 1 or 2 or 1A, 1B defensive players in the league, there's certain levels you should just be like, you know what? That's beneath me to respond.
Right.
But not these two. And the latest one is Trayvon Diggs. Well, a week ago on Valentine's Day, PFF put out they just put out a picture of Jalen Hurts. And it said Jalen Hurts is a top 5 blank quarterback in the National Football League. Now, before I give you Trayvon's answer, I want you to give me your top 5 quarterbacks in the National Football League. Nathaniel.
Okay. Mahomes. John Wick, which is Aaron Rodgers. Burrows. The kid from Buffalo.
Josh Allen.
Yes, and my 5th guy is him. Is Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Okay. Chris, do you want to jump in this? You got a top 5 quarterbacks in the National Football League?
I think that's pretty solid right now.
Pretty solid right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, your boy Trayvon Diggs said that Jalen Hurts is top 5.
Right.
He said that Jalen Hurts is top 5 quarterback in the National Football League.
Right.
Now, I then posed the question.
Right.
I'm like, is this kind of some Bama love?
Right.
Is this kind of being a straight shooter?
Right.
Because you didn't put like his top 5, your top 5, my top 5.
Right.
None of them having his quarterback in the mix.
Right. So, like,
how do you feel about about Trayvon Diggs commenting on another quarterback, especially one that's in our division, a pseudo rivalry to us, and just went to the Super Bowl? Any issue with that?
No.
No?
No issue with it.
No
he can
issue?
talk about it. No, he can talk about it if he want.
And then, a couple days later, matter of fact, 20 hours ago, the NFL puts out who will be the next QB to win their first Super Bowl. And the names that they put in here, Trevor Lawrence, Tua, Herbert, Jackson, Josh Allen, Burrow, Hurts, Dak Prescott.
Right.
You want to take a shot at who you think Trayvon Diggs said will be the next quarterback to win their first Super Bowl.
Yeah, you already told me it's got to be Dak.
It's Dak. He picked Dak Prescott.
The number 1?
To be the next quarterback to win their first Super Bowl. So I guess he's calling his shot and saying next year will be the one that Dak wins his first Super Bowl. Now, with all the names that you saw in that graphic, Lawrence, Tua, Herbert, Jackson, Allen, Burrow, Hurts. Where do you find Dak in the conversation of being closest to winning their first Super Bowl?
Because I got Burrows, man. He's just an entity all by himself. I mean, him being a top 2 or 3 quarterback to me, he's got the better chance because I've seen him work with less and work through more to get where he's gotten. And I think that's him. And the rest of them, they just fall where they may. I mean, you just shake it up and throw it out there. But Burrows is, out of them guys you just called,
right?
Yes, sir, Burrows, Cincinnati.
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 quarterbacks that's on that list.
Trevor Lawrence has the talent in the arm.
Right.
Herbert has the talent in the arm. But what's around him for his coaching Can it take him to the next level? I know my man can go through coaching, overcome players, and get there. That's one for Cincinnati. Yes, sir.
But what is Diggs supposed to say?
He can say nothing at all.
But yeah, I understand that. But what I'm saying is, like, he plays with Dak, so he wants to win a Super Bowl.
Right. I get what you're saying.
So it doesn't matter if Dak's like.
But I get what Chris saying.
Right, no,
you know what I'm saying? He can't go.
Chris saying,
Hurts, and then it was like, then jumps on him. It's like, you want to go play with him? You know, you're never going to win a Super Bowl.
What Chris is saying is, since I am Diggs, we will win, and they're going to win because that's what Diggs said. Yeah. Diggs ain't so much saying that it's going to be because his quarterback is all that in a bag of chips. Him. He said it's about him.
How realistic is that? How realistic is it, Chris?
With Diggs and Parsons, or Dak? I mean, as the whole team.
Yeah, I mean,
we just have to take that next step.
The thing is, these guys that are breaking this down is looking at why these quarterbacks have the best chance. And so where you're going, Jesse, is not only does Dak have to step it up, but does the team around him gives him that best chance to win.
I mean, 6 out of these quarterbacks are in the AFC.
Yeah,
the only 2 quarterbacks that are in NFC are Hurts and Dak.
Right.
Those are the only 2 quarterbacks that are in.
I agree.
So
that shows you a lot.
So, I mean, that tells you the gamut for that AFC to get out and actually get to the Super Bowl. Oh, by the way, there's 6 that they have to get to, and then there's still the one guy who's not even on this conversation because he has 2 already in his first 5 years. So even if they beat each other they still have to go and beat Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. So what he's saying is he done looked at the whole deal, and he said, hey, but 2 quarterbacks in it. Well, 3. That's John Wick, but 2 quarterbacks who have won. And so he the percentages are better for him. Okay. That's what he's saying. I mean, the thing is, because we looked at this, we know the season. We see the players coming and going. We see what's in free agency. We see what players are, what ages. So we look at it different. He has to look at his teammate. Like I used to always look at my teammate, but fortunate for me, we were winning Super Bowls. And so, we could say that. But, man, the NFC is so wide open. I guess he's taking all of that into consideration. The NFC is wide open.
All right, let's go to our final break of this show. When we come back,
you ain't tell us about your optimism. We'll talk about that too. We come back. Yeah,
I'm the host. I get the questions out.
You ain't finna get the questions.
I get to put the questions out. When we come back, Chris, you're going to be involved in this as well. I'm going to ask Chris. I'm going to ask Nate.
Right.
If there's one player, offensively and defensively, we're not talking salaries. We're not talking. If there's one player that you can pick to come to the Dallas Cowboys, one offensively, one defensively, that you will think that will be the finishing pieces to this team getting to a Super Bowl. If the pieces that you pick, if we don't deem that Super Bowl worthy, then you have to kind of go into like purgatory for the next 10 years.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
So you guys can play at home too. One offensive player, one defensive player. Stay right here with us. We'll be right back. Let's hang out with the boys.
Okay.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
SeatGeek has your back no matter what kind of Cowboys fan you are. So whether you're a diehard fan or a don't really care fan, a we got 'em next time fan or we'll never win again fan, a here for the tailgate fan or a first one through the gates fan, SeatGeek not only makes buying and selling tickets easier than ever before, they made just about everything else easier too. So whether you're a here every week fan or haven't been here in years fan, SeatGeek has you covered. Download the SeatGeek app today. SeatGeek, your ticket to great Dallas Cowboys seats.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Blockchain.com is one of the most trusted ways to buy, sell, and trade crypto. Whether you're always on the go or stay closer to home, Blockchain.com is just a few taps away. Put the power of crypto in your pocket, so no matter where you are, you can trade on your terms and build a crypto portfolio to fit your life. For crypto pros, rookies, and anyone in between, blockchain.com makes it easy to own a piece of the future. Blockchain.com, trusted by millions, trusted by America's team.
Hey, Cowboys fans, if you're thinking about attending a game this season, visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today. Stay at the team hotel, have dinner with a Cowboys legend, and experience AT&T Stadium's exclusive VIP Owners Club. Also, tour the Star, get autographs from your favorite players, and talk X's and O's with me, Mickey Spagnola. The official travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys will take care of all your travel needs. Visit cowboystravel.com.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to Hanging with the Boys on our Tuesday edition, off-season edition. Kurt is away. He's chilling on an island or beach or somewhere, which we wish we can all be. But you got me, you got Nate, you got Chris in the background. So I posed a question, and I can't do players. We cannot do players. I'm not going to get us in trouble. I'm not going to get our $10 taken away. We're going to do position. We can say position. Cannot say player, but we can say position. And I'm excluding the quarterback position. You got to keep Dak. Dak is your quarterback. $50 million in all. He is your quarterback this year. So any position, one offense, one defense, that if you can get in free agency, via trade, whatever, to help this Cowboys team win a Super Bowl. Chris, I'm going to let you go first.
I have to
offensively.
go first?
Yeah, offensively. So you can get back to
unless you want, I'll go first. I'll jump on it.
Oh, I think for us, I would need another wide receiver.
Another wide receiver?
Yes. Give me a big-time wide receiver to complement CD, and that's what we need.
All right, what about defensively?
Defensively, I think we need to get another corner on the other side. I think that would be huge. You get another corner to complement Diggs. Give that defense a little bit extra time to rush the passer. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't think you were going to go corner on defense. All right. Here we go, Nate. You're up. Offensively.
Did I take yours?
Yeah, no. Y'all need to stop with this foolishness. It don't matter where I go or what show I be on. You don't need none of that. All right, Chris, I love you. I hope you don't sniper me with Call of Duty and not take me out.
You're crushing my dreams back here.
We need an offensive lineman so bad. I can just feel it in my stomach.
Is this a homer pick right
here? No, sir.
Yeah.
I don't care.
That offensive line, please.
Let me tell y'all something. If Dak don't have the time, the receiver's no good. The receiver's no good. The running back is no good. You need a all-around offensive lineman. By draft, if you have to move up.
Joe Burrow went to the Super Bowl with a terrible offensive line.
Where's Joe Burrow at on this team? So
right.
Now, bruh, Jesse, can I appeal to you?
I'm
Chris,
listening.
Can I appeal to you?
Yeah, knock my socks off, please.
If we don't get an offensive lineman by draft or free agency that can do it all, I mean run and pass, that can do it all, we're doomed. Because we don't know where he's still at his rehab. We don't know how quick he's going to come back. Excellent run defender, average pass blocker. We got an overaged left tackle, been great all of his years. We got another tackle that taps out after 25 plays. We got Josh Ball. Y'all fellas, do y'all know that Connor McGovern is free? He is free. The center, everybody keeps saying, oh, he's the... Y'all, we don't get an offensive lineman in here by either draft, and I'm talking about moving up, and a free agent that can bulldog some folks. That gonna be, oh my God, okay, all right. And then all of a sudden, that great receiver we go out and get, like, man, I can't hear. They can't even get me the ball. Okay, all right. So now defense. I'm so tired of saying this. I've been saying it 5 years since you've been here.
I know.
In all the years that me and Chris been here,
I know exactly what I was about to say.
if we don't get a defensive tackle, if we,
I don't want to take his position.
man, you knew I was going to say that, right, Chris?
Yes, because you and I talked about it in the hallway the other day.
If we don't get a defensive tackle in here, that we don't have to wait 8 games into the year to say, hey, we better go ahead and get a defensive tackle. Somebody that can do. We got to get a game-changing defensive tackle. We have not had one since Leon Lett. And by the way, they let him go as a coach. So that's the end of that. So we don't even have him no more. Come on, man. This ain't fair. This ain't right. This is too simple. If we go out and get a corner, he gonna be like, man, I'm tired of covering on average 8 seconds a down, because now we got to cover this great to give our chance. And what it would do is give us, if for no other reason that we go out and get a defensive tackle, just is to preserve the alien, Michael Parsons, because if we get somebody in the middle. And we got Tank over here, and we got Sam Williams over here, and we got Parsons over there. Now they can't just turn. Now they just can't turn. Now they just turning and beating up the alien, beating up Parsons. He going to be talking on social media. He going to be doing it with his toes because the rest of the body going to be beat to death. Come on, fellas. What we need is two.
He needs Gilbert Brown. That's what he wants.
Wow, Gilbert Brown.
Bro, I'm telling you, because Hankins had a good little playoffs. He was rested. He was feeling good. But we got to have more than Hankins. Gallimore didn't do what we wanted him to do. Bohannon didn't do what we wanted him to do. And to say another year is going to change it? Nah, fellas, I just answered our prayers, man. Now, Jesse?
I think
I looked up Gilbert Brown, 6'2", 340. He was just an anchor.
Oh, man, yes, he was. And he was all that in a.
Gilbert Brown, I remember he would kind of just do this thing where he would kind of go to it, turn sideways and go to a knee.
Yeah.
And just like lean on folks and just like, I'm going to take 2 blocks.
And here go running back. Yeah. Here go them linebackers coming downhill. Wow.
So I'm going to be different than the both of you, and I'm not being a contrarian. I'm really not.
Yes, you are.
I'm not.
You just told us you was, Jess.
I'm not being a contrarian.
You said I'm going to be different. I'm going to be a contrarian.
No, I didn't say that.
That's what you just said.
You know he's going to say, he's like, we need a quarterback.
No.
Even though he told us not to say that.
No. I'm going to say, I think what this team could really use offensively
is a quarterback coach.
Shout out to my guy, John Kitten. John Kitten is leaving the state of Texas. He took another job in Ohio, so he's going back to Ohio to coach out there. No, we need a flexy, sexy tight end.
Oh. Come on, man.
Now, hear me out.
Come on, I like that. I like that. I'm hearing you out.
Hear me out. If Dak Prescott is going to be dead set at throwing the ball in the middle of the field, and we watch how this playoff run went, I think giving him a flexy, sexy tight end. I mean someone who got some flexy, sexy skills. Not no potential.
We'll find you when we need you.
No, I mean flexy, sexy.
Right.
Can go get it. And it don't have to be like that dude.
Right.
But it has to be on par
with that dude.
And I think that would help Dak Prescott immensely. Because that will then control the middle of the field. It would give him a valuable option, not the 8-yard option route, catch it and fall. I'm talking about flexy sexy. I'm talking about somebody who got some wiggles to him, who got a little bit of soul to him. You know what I mean? A little bit of a wild man.
Yeah.
A flexy sexy tight end for me, offensively. I think that would do it would help CeeDee Lamb out. It would help those guys from being able to just, double in certain areas, because once you control the middle of the field, and we saw the team that won the Super Bowl be able to control that middle of the football field, everything else now is limitless, because guys have to they have to kind of condense to guard that. And now you have to ask yourself the question of, do I take a safety who's too small, or a linebacker who's too slow, and to stop this flexy sexy? So for me, I'm going to go flexy, sexy, tight end. Defense, I'm going to go different as well. I like the cornerback position. I like the DN. I mean, I like the big middle, the big guy in the middle. But looking at the way that the first thing you have to do is win the NFC East and win the NFC. You need a free-flowing linebacker.
They better already had a dude.
Because here's why. Because now when you look at the top two teams, and you can even add the Washington Commanders in this, if the Washington Commanders say to themselves that Sam Howell is our guy, go back and watch film at Sam Howell at Carolina. Sam Howell rushed for 700-800 yards. He will tuck the ball and run.
Oh, yes, he will.
New York Giants, their quarterback will run the football.
That's right.
I think he had 70 yards against us.
Yes, sir.
And we already know what's happening up in Philadelphia with that quarterback. He gonna run the football. And so what we have to do now is we have to now even the playing field.
They already here, Jesse.
I don't know. I don't know if they're here.
They better be here.
I don't know if they're here.
They better be here, Jess.
I don't know if they're here.
Jabril Cox, you need to whatever.
Jabril Cox can get on the field at all last year.
I know.
At all.
But the thing about it, and then the kid that we got from LSU.
The other linebacker.
Yes.
He played some.
Yeah.
But if you're asking me.
Yeah. Is it in free agency or is it in the draft? See, because you can go get my guy either way.
I'm for my linebacker, I need free agency. And the reason why I need free agency, I said this the other day on Twitter. If I was a GM, all my defensive guys would be veteran guys. I would sprinkle a young guy here and there because defense, a lot of what defense is knowledge.
Yes, sir.
It's knowledge. If you know your keys.
If you know what you know.
If you know your keys, if you know formations, if you know down and distance, if you know how things are set up, the good defenses in the National Football League aren't a bunch of rookies. They're a bunch of veteran dudes who know what the hell is going on.
So you can't give them a head fake and they fall for it.
Because I'm going to look on film and go, third down tendencies. 70% of the time, y'all want to run this. I'm jumping it. You know how San Fran did us?
That's right.
With those veteran guys on their team?
Right.
So for me, defensively, I would always be stocking up my defense with veteran, not old dogs, but I want some guys who've been in the league 3-4 years who understand the game of football, who understand what to do. Because now I can get more complex. The reason a lot of coaches can't get complex on defense is when you have to implement a bunch of young guys, they can't retain all that information when you changing and changing again because of coverages and emotion, all that kind of stuff. But when you got a veteran group that's locked in, you can do some sweet things.
Brother, I'm with you on that tight end.
I want a flexy sexy.
I like the tight end talk.
And I want a linebacker because you're gonna make Michael Parsons.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, Clark should be that guy.
I know. Jamal
I'm
Clark
telling you, man.
I hope they're
telling you,
they're
a year in.
If they are, again, the Eagles are coming. The Giants are coming. I don't know what Eric Bieniemy is going to be able to do in Washington.
Commanderland.
But if the Commanders find a way to get a competent quarterback, they coming.
If the Commanders get now I'm saying this, and I know it ain't simple in this league because all quarterbacks, all of a sudden after 5 games, think they can just chunk the ball, whether they got the arm or not. But if they get a quarterback that just don't throw interceptions, how dangerous they could be.
And if you believe that Eric Bieniemy is a guy who can come in and design plays and scheme plays up and get guys, because they got a plethora of guys over there in Washington that can go get it.
Right.
If their quarterback doesn't throw interceptions and make turnovers, again, what you're looking at going forward is 3 teams that are going to make you play 11-on-11 tile football. And at least 2 of the 3, at least the Giants and Philadelphia, they're going to make you play 11-on-11 football with those 2 quarterbacks. So, yeah, that's it right there.
And I picked the best. Yes, I did.
That's fine. We'll see. Yeah. We'll see what they may get. They may get.
I'm just saying, let your defensive line not 190 yards a game.
That's fine.
Let your defensive line not play well.
With the flexy sexy, we're going to
let your offensive line fall apart.
All right, that's our show today. We'll have everyone back next week, God willing. Nate will be here, Kurt will be here,
Jesse,
I will be here.
right quick, Jesse got a team and is going into the state. Let us know about that. Yes,
the Kingdom Collegiate Academy Cougars, our boys team, are headed back to Waco this weekend to play in the Final Four. We have a semifinal game against Prestonwood North. This is the sister school to Big Prestonwood.
Right.
We're 1A Taps, so, look out for us, man. We've been there 3 years in a row.
Don't let nobody drop 30.
Don't do that. The good news is we're playing Prestonwood, who's also in our district, who we played twice already this year and beat them by 25-plus points. So
I know it's 3 times?
I know it's hard to beat a team 3 times, but I like our shot. I like our shot to get to the championship on Thursday, and I hope next week when I come in here, I can bring the trophy in to show you guys. For Nate, for Chris, for me, Jay Holly, Zaddy, a.k.a. Zaddy, this is Hanging with the Boys.
Offensive line.
This is Hanging with the Boys. Until next week, we out.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.